All right, thank you, Tony. We are working developing news tonight out of Providence, where 6 alleged street gang members and associates are facing federal charges. Prosecutors say the suspects have been operating as a organized criminal enterprise and terrorizing the community with violent crimes, including 4 separate drive-by shootings in Providence over the last few years. Eyewitness News reporter Eric Halpern joins us now with the developing details.
Mike, all 6 of the men listed in this federal indictment are facing charges involving violent crime. 5 of the 6 had already been in police custody, and just about an hour ago, the 6th was arrested too. Providence police say the city streets are now safer. That 6 men they say were active in the Chad Brown gang have been arrested. Eyewitness News obtained mugshots from previous charges from Providence police of 4 of the men now facing federal charges.
And we are attempting through this indictment to hold all of them responsible for the acts committed by the group in furtherance of the group's criminal activities.
According to the indictment, 4 of the 6 men took part in retaliatory drive-by shootings in 2016 and 2017. The U.S. Attorney's Office says in at least one of these cases, shots were fired at a person who was not the intended target.
We're going to continue to target every gang, every person that is shooting in our city, so we can end this violence.
The 6 men now facing federal charges are DeLacy Andrade, Keyshawn Johnson, Montrell Johnson, Kendrick Johnson, Christopher Brito, and Marcel Jones. Federal prosecutors say they violated the Racketeer Influenced Criminal Organization Act, also known as RICO, calling their gang a criminal enterprise.
So the message to others that think they're going to fill those shoes, that we'll be coming after you as well in the same manner.
And ballistic evidence played a key part in this investigation. Coming up new at 6, learn more about the tool investigators used. I'm Eric Halpern, Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Ted. We have new details tonight on the suspected gang members now facing federal charges for a string of violent crimes in Providence.
The U.S. Attorney's Office announced charges today against a half a dozen people. This is a look at 4 of the suspects. New at 6, Eyewitness News reporter Eric Halpern tells us about the tool investigators used. Eric?
Mike and Shannon, all of the men listed in the indictment are now in police custody. The 6th was just arrested late this afternoon. Investigators say an information network from the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms was a big help in linking together some of the crimes the men are charged with. Providence police know there are more gang members and more gangs out there, but say the federal indictment is a big step in the right direction. Eyewitness News obtained mugshots from previous charges from Providence police of 4 of the men now facing federal charges.
This isn't the entirety of Chad Brown gang. These are 6 that were very active over the years, and there are others.
The 6 people Public Safety Commissioner Stephen Perry is talking about are DeLacy Andrade, Keyshawn Johnson, Montrell Johnson, Kendrick Johnson, Christopher Brito, and Marcel Jones. According to federal prosecutors, 4 of them took part in drive-by shootings in 2016 and 2017. Partnering with the ATF using a ballistic information network, investigators learned the same gun was used in 3 of those drive-bys.
But using this ballistics evidence, it gives us another piece of evidence that doesn't rely on a witness. It's scientific data that we can use in furtherance of our prosecution.
The U.S. Attorney's Office says through the network they've learned a handgun owned by one of the defendants and shared among gang members was used in 6 Providence shootings, 3 of which are in the indictment. And Marcel Jones is the man who was arrested late this afternoon. He's expected to be arraigned in federal court tomorrow. In studio, I'm Eric Halpern, Eyewitness News.